Hello, hello. We are live right now. Sorry for the slight wait after the start time. Had some audio issues, but they should be sorted out now. Let me know if you can hear me. Okay, perfect. Fro Fencer says he can hear me. And in fact, Fro Fencer's up first, speaking of which, so that's nice to see. He hasn't been around for a little bit, but I expect a good performance from him. He does not have an easy opponent, though. G-Man is a bit newer on the server, but I now consider him a pretty seasoned player, and he just gave me a massive challenge just recently with our warm-up matches, so better watch out for him. Oh, I see. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, the commentary channel, of course, is just for those who are participating but still want to hear my voice instead of running the stream in the background. Anyway, I'll send you the link there, G-Man, and we'll get started. I will be using Tourney calls. I made sure everybody has the role, so we shouldn't have any issues with pinging people or anything like that. And Fro Fencer will take the left side just because he's on top. That's usually how we do it. And I'll edit the names real quick. Okay, and G-Man, of course, needs keyboard. Should be good to go. Oh, nice. Eve's in the chat as well. I'm seeing Wine Divine. That's Vineyard. Nice to see you as well. I think I'll turn off music for this one. But if you guys really want to listen to the Hellish Quart music, feel free to let me know. And go ahead, Fro Fencer gets the left side. Of course, Fro Fencer going with Marie. He's a fencer in real life, so he likes those stabbing weapons. G-Man's going with Isabella, which I think is a solid pick. And I'm not really sure who's going to win this one. It's going to be a good fight, though. G-Man switching guards there. Fro trying to get a quick stab, and I think he got a bit too close there. Got sniped in the wrist as a result. G-Man with the first point, going with long guard there. Fro Fencer's kind of getting a sense of his rhythm, I think. Some quick stabs there. G-Man trying to retaliate, but no dice. Oh, interesting. Wrathguard for a split second there by G-Man. G-Man getting a little bit tired, but it's no big deal. Big cut by G-Man. Fro Fencer backs off. Nobody's been hit yet, despite all of the action. Nice to see. Fro Fencer knowing when to back off. Oh, he's getting tired, though. Yeah, Carlos says, Fro, beware, and he's right. Yeah, he's fighting a really good opponent here. In Quartada trade with high guard cut, resulting in a double. Oh, low guard by G-Man. G-Man's trying to close the distance, but Fro Fencer maintains his distance despite that. So G-Man needs to find a way to close in cleanly. He gets cut a little bit there, and that opens him up to a quick stab. 1-1. Nice show by Fro Fencer so far. Fro Fencer with some upward cuts, really mixing it up. Really good Marie play. Gets very close, tags him twice, They aren't really clean hits, but nonetheless, it did some damage. G-Man's backing away. A little bit scared of getting too close there. He takes a cut to the shoulder, but unfortunately for Fro Fencer, he got hit as well with a stab. Oh, G-Man trying a quick thrust, but he actually pays for it there. It does not land. Fro Fencer with a quick riposte. Well, Fro Fencer in Cortada tries to stab. That was a really big stab, and unfortunately it got set aside, and he got really close in, allowing G-Man to secure another point. Now Fro Fencer charging in a little bit. I think trying to throw his opponent off a little. They both trade there, though. Fro Fencer wants that all-important stab early in the fight. He's actually good at pushing the aggression at times, even against an Isabella player. Upward cuts out of measure there. Wow, that was a really nice stab there by Fro Fencer. He gets it, landing it right to the face. That is, yeah, that's true. Cutting is very good against Isabella's long guard. Well, G-Man with a good cut there. He managed to close the distance a bit. He does not secure the kill, though. Fro Fencer's still in this. Big high guard slash. Fro Fencer tried to back off, but unfortunately he got tagged. Yeah, Fro Fencer trying to beat that blade, I think. And unfortunately, G-Man, with a big cut, manages to tag his arm. Well played by both fencers to start off this tournament. I'm going to change up the names real quick, and you guys will switch sides. Oh, you're trying to remember triangle, I see. Yeah, that's a really nice move. Yeah, I was wondering what your plan was with those big stabs, but it was really nice when you connected that one, though. Alright, let's start the second round. I expect another intense fight. I think G-Man's figured Fro Fencer out, though, so we'll see if Fro Fencer has a better feel for the moveset after not playing Marie for a while. Or playing Hellish Quart in general for a while. Big stab there. Wow, G-Man whiffed on that cut, but he keeps going. And that was well done by him. He didn't give up after that single cut, because if he did nothing, he probably would have been stabbed there. Oh, blade beat attempt by Fro. G-Man did a thrust right as he tried it, though, so it didn't work. G-Man managing to close the distance, despite being tagged and getting another point. Okay. Fro Fencer maintaining his spacing, easily punishes that Wrath Guard attempt by G-Man. G-Man loves that Wrath Guard. But against a Marie, it's a bit iffy, because that's can leave an easy opening for a stab. Oh, again, that big cut. Unfortunately, Marie just was not aiming that thrust properly, so it didn't do a whole lot. But very good attempt by Fro Fencer, nonetheless. He's going to have to figure out how to deal with those big cuts. They have surprising reach. And very often, oh, he tagged the hand there. Fro Fencer trying to get out of the way. He sees the danger, but Marie just struggles to block those, unfortunately. Wrathguard by G-Man. Oh, he got just close enough. Tanked that stab. Secures the second round. That is a win for G-Man. Well done. I enjoyed watching that. Very good effort, though, Fro Fencer. I think if he had more practice, maybe. Very good effort by both, though. I enjoyed it. I really wish Marie had an easy answer to those high guard cuts, but it is what it is. It's difficult. I find Incortada, when timed well, actually catches the blade nicely and you get a good stab to the face from it. So that might be something to experiment with in the future. Anyway, we got Vinard against Ezekiel now. Ah, you're a controller main now. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, pointy fencers can be tough to deal with for sure. Yeah, those cuts can be helpful for that, giving an opponent a false opening or what have you. But if you get the timing wrong against Isabella, that does not end well. That goes for any character. Yeah, exactly. You were too close on some of those occasions, but still, very good effort. I like seeing you try to push that advantage, Fro Fencer. And so far, neither fighter has joined. I know Vinard is around. Vinard, of course, will take the left side. Yeah, I'd like to see Fro Fencer pop around more too. I know he's busy lately, but with more practice, though, Fro is going to be a very lethal opponent to fight. Okay, Vinard's trying to authenticate Parsec. I have not heard anything from Ezekiel yet. So Vinard has showed up, so the timer's just for Ezekiel. Gonna give him 5 minutes. And take your time, Vinard. There's no rush because you have shown up, so that's the important thing, right? Yeah, Marie has some good, like, quicker lunges, too, that I thought Fro could have used more. But obviously, Marie always has that issue of reliability of killing still. Sometimes she has those, Marie moments, as we call them. So fighting Isabella as Marie is definitely a tough fight for anyone who knows how to use Isabella well. Yeah, sometimes it's just luck. I find the regular forward X, not even from long guard, but just forward X, is pretty reliable. It's a pretty big, long stab. But yeah, it can get weird sometimes for sure. Yeah, like sometimes Marta has like this weird. It's like a backhand cut that if it hits the head, it kills you. But she uses a rapier that's not optimized for cutting, so it's kind of odd. At least for that specific cut. If it's a cut with good rotation downward, maybe. Certainly would hurt, but whether it would kill is what's in question. All right, that's good to hear, Vinard. I still haven't heard anything from Ezekiel. So, and Ezekiel has just under 3 minutes to show up. We'll just hang out while we wait. If Ezekiel just shows up and lets me know he's going to be late, we'll just move on. That won't be a problem. I think Marie is top tier in HEMA specifically because it seems to take less effort to get a point in HEMA compared to the regular mode. In regular mode, she's not to be underestimated, but I don't think she's S tier by any means. It's just that reliability of killing. I think that's the main thing that holds her back. When it comes to the moves she has, they're all pretty solid, I think, except with few exceptions. Like some of the slower cuts. Yeah, the reach of her weapon is definitely very formidable. Especially because you have to long guard in a lot of cases to react to the thrust. But that was really good use of the high guard G-Man. You were making use of the maximum range of her cuts. So you definitely have a really good understanding of like what distance at which you can hit Fro and still be relatively safe. And we got a minute left for Ezekiel to show up, and I'll just disqualify him if he doesn't. Yeah, it kind of depends on what the Marie does when you try long guard. I find Marie does have some ways to disengage. Yeah, that's true. G-Man has a lot of experience against my Alexander, so... a lot of practice against Maestro Cake as well, so... Alright, we got 10 seconds. I pretty much might as well disqualify him at this point. He hasn't said anything, so... Vinard takes the win. Just gonna wait for it to load. Alright, perfect. So Vinard, you'll be fighting Toasted Bread. That'll be a good fight. Now we're gonna do Jack Allen against Eve. And Jack Allen will get the left side. Okay, Jack Allen's here. I believe I saw him earlier, so that's not surprising. I saw Eve as well. Yep, Eve's in the chat. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jack Allen. Do you need keyboard? Gamepad. Okay, so all good. Don't need to mess with anything. Alright, you're going to take the left side. Yeah, Jack Allen hasn't really done much in the server from what I've seen, but he seems enthusiastic about playing, so we'll see how that goes. Hang on. Alright, they're both in, so... I think they were just having problems selecting. Oftentimes you just need to back out and let them try again. You are on the left side, Jack Allen, if you didn't hear me earlier. Oh, Jack Allen's new, so okay, this will be interesting. Just press a button on your controller when we're on the selecting screen. And you have to do it first because you're on the left side. So we got a really, really new player right now taking on Eve. And it'll be interesting to see how he tries to fight Eve because Eve is very experienced. Okay, Eve, I think he just selected, so you can go in now. Oh, someone had an issue. We'll try that again. No, I didn't, man. I just shuffled them. I don't think there was any good opponent anyway. Like, everybody here has a certain level of experience, so... Oh, he's going with Alexander. Really good to see an Alexander player. He might have said that earlier, that he plays Alexander, so... That makes sense. Thankfully, he's in North America, so he shouldn't have any, like, delay issues or anything. So, we'll see how this goes. I'm really curious. Everybody's cheering you on, Jack, so good luck. Upward cut into the arm there despite getting hit, resulting in a double. It was a good hit by Eve, but he was just a bit too close. Got tagged in the arm. Thrust attempt there. That's a really good way of hitting Alex for sure. Another stab right in the face. Instant kill. Eve has the first point. Now, Eve is a pretty passive player, so he knows to maintain that distance with Calc's superior reach. Oh, another good stab. That was an interesting place to aim it, though. It, like, went off to the side and hit the arm specifically. Wow, upward cut by Jack Allen manages to hit the wrist. Alexander's very good at taking hands. Again, takes the hand. Good job by Jack Allen. I think Jack Allen is getting his rhythm, figuring out the distance to cut at. Oh, uppercut by Eve. Bash by Eve. Multiple hits, but he secures the kill. Keeps the stun going. Again, thrust attempt by Eve. He knows that those quick little stabs, despite Alexander's guard, can easily hit him, even when he's using long guard sometimes. Another good stab. And Eve's trying to finish it with that stab, but he's maintaining distance. He's being calm. Amazingly, Eve is actually tired there. So that gives Jack Allen a point there. Oh, upward cut by Eve. Yeah, he knows how to land those upward cuts on Alex. And fortunately, Jack Allen just couldn't close the distance. Somebody hit rematch. That's all good. We're just going to back out. Make sure you switch sides. And I'll deal with the names once you guys are in. Yep, perfect. And Eve will pick Calc. Feel free to let me know if I forget about the names, by the way. That's a thing that I sometimes do. I will just pause the game right at the beginning and we'll deal with that right now. Okay. Should be good to go. So Jack Allen a bit afraid to close the distance, understandably so. He got stabbed a bunch of times. Eve could not punish that jumping attack because the blade was in the way. But it was a good attempt. I think Eve should have just stabbed. Unfortunately, Eve dashed too close there, though, giving Jack Allen an easy slash. Jack Allen trying to get a quick stab, and he actually manages it after some intense blade contact. I thought he was going to mess that up for a second. He got tagged in the arm there. They're both injured at this point. Jack Allen has some really low stamina there. They both trade. Allen gets stabbed, but he manages to land that upward cut. Very lethal slashes by Alexander that Eve has to watch out for. Eve managing to outposition him despite the footwork disadvantage in this matchup. Tagging the arm, very nicely done. Jack Allen's getting a bit tired. They both trade. And Calc manages to score there. 1-1. And Jack Allen's trying to come up with a plan here. I think he's struggling to figure out how to deal with those stabs. It can definitely be very difficult when you're an Alexander main. Oh man, right to the face, up close. And Eve has another point. Upward cut by Eve, using the range that his straight blade has over the reach that Allen has. And again, that upward cut gets right past his guard, scoring another point. Thrust attempt by Eve. Allen's backing off, but Allen needs to find a way to close that distance. He backs off, unfortunately getting 2 cuts. He eats 2 cuts as a result of that. And Eve just needs one more. Oh, upward cut by Eve. Allen manages to get a cut himself. Intense exchange going on here. Upward cut by Allen. Unfortunately, it does not land, and Eve secures the win. Good effort, Allen, and it's good to... I'm glad to see you coming out here. Just keep at it. Eve is a very experienced player, so don't feel bad about losing to him. He challenges the best regularly, so... Far from an easy opponent. It's really unfortunate you had to fight him first, but that is how it goes. And Eve moves on to the semifinals. Now, I'm going to be fighting Pekala. So that'll be a good fight as well. I know Pekala's from North America, so we won't have any issues with that. We haven't fought each other as much lately, though. So I'm curious, like, Pekala's been talking about Zera straps that he's worked up, so I really want to see what he means by that. I'm really curious, so... Yeah, I could move the right name to the corner. That was just because I moved it there because I was dealing with a really long name at one point. But I get that it looks odd. I can move that right now. Yeah, like over there or something. Doesn't look very professional, but it is what it is. Not hearing anything from Pekala at the moment. I thought he was pretty enthusiastic about joining, so... Hopefully he's not busy at the moment. I'll start the timer. It is in the rules, so... I'll try messaging him too, since I've got him in my DMs. Oh, okay, apparently not. Just do it from here. It says he's playing League of Legends, so at least he's online. I'm willing to wait for him though. We can always skip it. I just want to get a response from him at least, an acknowledgement that he'll join. Yeah. Can't say I enjoy that game either, G-Man. Yeah, so I pinged him and messaged him, so we'll see if we get a response here. Is he in the audience? No, he's not. Okay. It's not that bad though, honestly. Like these tourneys often go for like 3 hours, and we already got somebody in the semifinal, so it's not really a big deal. We know Toasted Bread's here, Vineyard's here. We know Ilksis is here. G-Man is definitely here. So, it's not a big deal. I'm willing to wait a little bit. Definitely for bigger tourneys, we might want to consider doing a check-in or something. Well, yeah, they're going to be unbalanced somewhere. There's no way to avoid that. There's 10 people, so it's just how it goes sometimes. It's a shame because I started this tourney on Thursday because I knew I would have time to do it today. And it would be a day which Piccolo hopefully could show up, but it looks like he can't. But oh well. Can always just hang out for a little bit. I don't mind. Toasted Bread is back. Okay, yeah, he also did say he's going to be away. It doesn't really matter in this case. Because his fight's not up yet, so. Fresh bodies with a grinder, yep. Yeah, don't worry, Vineyard. You got a really good fight coming up, so the wait will be worth it. So far, pretty flawless victories across the board, too. That's interesting to see. We haven't had to mess around with third rounds. Yeah, no Pekla. That's why I chose this day specifically, but it is what it is. Oh, he's got to get some Thanksgiving thing ready. He's American, right? Yeah, that's why. Okay. Damn, yeah, because I didn't realize it was American Thanksgiving. Because we have a different day for Thanksgiving in Canada, so I didn't even think about that, but unfortunately that's why we don't have Maestro Cake or Velociraptor in here either. That makes sense, though. That's all good. Alright, I'll just disqualify him then, because no point in waiting. He can't join. Thanksgiving's more important anyway, so I don't mind. I think he also didn't anticipate it or something, but it is what it is. I get a free win as well. It's unfortunate that we have some no-shows, but it's how it goes sometimes. All right. We got Ilksis against G-Man now. A fight for the semifinals. Ilksis is a seasoned player with lots of experience, and he's very skilled. But G-Man has proven himself to be very formidable in his own right, so Ilksis is more experienced, but we'll see who gets the better end of this fight. All right, no problem, Pro Fencer. See ya. That team tourney you have organized is going to be a blast, so I can't wait for that. All right, Ilksis is in as well. And Ilksis gets the left side to start out, so I'll deal with the names really quick. Okay, let's get started. Yeah, everyone's rooting for G-Man to win. Obviously, Ilxus is really the guy to beat right now. He has a lot of tourneys under his belt. I am as well, since it's my host, and I... Very often when Ilxus and I fight, we're pretty evenly matched, so... It's a toss-up as to who will end up winning, so... Definitely a top contender here. But I'd love to see G-Man win this. He definitely has it in him to win this. If that warm-up match is anything... is any indicator. Nicely done. Stab into cut to start off, tagging Ilxus's arm. G-Man making good use of his reach advantage to start off here. Ilxus needs to find a way to close that distance. Goes for that stab. It actually gets blocked by the cut, but he's able to follow it up. Gideon is just lightning fast, so whenever he gets close like that, it's bad news for anybody. Long guard by Ilxus. High guard by G-Man. Doesn't quite connect. Goes for... Wow, nicely done. Ilxus going for that stab and then following it up with a cut. That's his trademark move. And he throws it out there really quickly. I think he's planning on throwing that same thrust again. We'll see. Yeah, he does, but G-Man backs away, knowing that that is very dangerous right there. A nice downward cut by Ilxus. It's funny because you'd think Gideon has the reach disadvantage, but Ilxus is very much playing that range game right now. Using as much range as he can muster with that saber. And so he's able to catch G-Man when G-Man thinks maybe he's safe. Oh, nice high guard chop there, but they both trade. G-Man gets stabbed in the face. Alright, G-Man trying to bluff charge there by the look of it with that dash. But Ilxus is not even fazed by that. Ilxus trying to go for that stab again. It does not connect. He gets stabbed in the side, then cut in the arm. Ilxus's pressure is heavy, yeah. But G-Man's struggling to breathe right now. Oh, again, that combination. Ilxus just needs one more. Ilxus is very quick. Whenever one move does not finish the job, he always follows it up with another. Guaranteeing a kill even against the toughest of characters in this game. Oh, he set aside that big cut with a cut of his own. That was really well done by Ilxus. Hard to say if that was intentional or not, but that was really good on his part. Ooh, G-Man might have had a chance there. It's hard to say. Well, Ilxus doesn't follow up that big cut, and they end up trading there. A double. Alright, G-Man switching up the guards there, going for low guard. That's a bit dangerous, I think. But he gets away with it. But low guard can be useful if he has a plan, so we'll see what he does with that. Oh, he tried to fake it there. He went for low guard, but then went straight for a downward Q. But unfortunately, that cut did not land. Good try there. He was trying to hide his intentions, but it didn't quite work on Ilxus. Alright, switch sides. Okay, same characters. Will G-Man make a comeback? I'm definitely rooting for him. I mean, half the reason is because I don't want to fight Ilxus. Nah, I'm actually happy to fight him, but at the same time, I want to win this tourney, so... I mean, they're both tough fighters, so I won't get an easy fight, no matter how this goes. Whoa, that was a Wrathguard attempt by G-Man. It kind of blocked the attack. Not quite, though. I think it saved his life, though. Unfortunately, Ilxus keeps up the pressure, so it didn't matter. Nothing... G-Man just couldn't do anything from that position. Upward cut sidestep by Ilksus there. His blade got caught that one time, so he almost paid for it, but he managed to get out of that and get a cut. Yeah, it is a shame. I want to see them both, excel, right? But it is kind of a shame in that sense. Oh, G-Man with a big cut. It doesn't quite land, but he keeps up the pressure. He likes to, after doing that one cut, he likes to do another cut from that same direction, and it's actually worked out pretty well so far. Yes, you do have to fight the winner. Oh, long guard by Ilksus, downward cut by G-Man. G-Man gets the dominant position because of that and manages to land a second cut. Similar strategy to what I've been talking about before with him. He's trying to beat the blade aside of that first cut and then follow it up quickly. And it seems like a decent counter to that stab, actually, just as long as he lands it right. But Gideon can have a deceptive range, so G-Man's got to be careful of that. But I think G-Man's got a good sense of it at this point. Oh, thrust attempt by Ilksus. He can't follow it up, but he does land it a little bit. Very good effort there. It does not end the fight. Doesn't even seem to wound Isabella that much, from what I'm seeing. It did draw a little bit of blood, though. Oh, man. Another stab to the face. Giving Ilksus the point. Alright, Ilksus maintaining his distance for now. G-Man's tired already. Wow, that was weird. Sometimes the stamina seems really inconsistent. He's not tired anymore, but he was tired for a split second there. At least from what that blue indicator told me. Oh, Ilksus some cuts out of range, but in doing so, he sets up his opponent for that stab to the face. Ilksus seems like a really patient fighter, and he definitely is, but he knows when to strike. Like a praying mantis waiting for his prey to mess up. It's a good way to describe it, I think. And he's relentless when he does attack. Oh, stab attempt. G-Man panicking a little bit, I think, with those cuts, but he manages to stay out of the way of it. Both are using long guard. High guard by G-Man. He does not go for it, though. He backs off. Upward cut out of range. Ilksus almost punishes it. G-Man's a little flustered right now, understandably so. Ilksus just needs one more point. G-Man's backing into the corner. The stab lands. It keeps him safe. That cut manages to block Ilksus' cut, but unfortunately Ilksus follows it up with a good stab. And Ilksus has won. Very good effort, though, G-Man. It's hard to think of a more difficult opponent for you to fight. So, another flawless win, at least if we consider round wins. Alright, Toasted Bread against Vineyard. Toasted Bread is another really skilled player. At the moment, he is a challenger, not a champion, whereas Vineyard actually has a champion title, so they're pretty evenly matched. They both are champion material, however you look at it. So we'll see how this goes. Vineyard definitely has experience seeing Toasted Bread fight. And same goes for Toasted Bread, so we'll see how that goes. I've pinged both of them. Check out Tourney calls for your link. Oh yeah, he's quite literally the triple champ, yeah. Tourney talks, okay. Alright, Vineyard is in. I have pinged Toasted Bread. Oh, Okay, here he is. Yeah, I knew he was round, so. Okay, and toasted bread will get the left side. Both are definitely contenders for a champion title, so we'll see. I'm really interested to see if Vinard goes for Zera or if he goes for someone else, like Alexander or something. Oh, and I know you have issues on my host, Vinard, so if something does go wrong with that, like the lag is unbearable, if there's a bit of delay, you're just going to have to deal with it, but if there's some unbearable lag, feel free to pause the game. And while it does, I think, say in the rules that we use parsec only, I am willing to make an exception here, knowing that you struggle on my host. I might be wrong that it says that in the rules, though. I'll have to look at that. Either way, though, I am willing to compromise in this case. Okay, so toasted bread on the left, Vinard on the right. I assume they're both using Zera. Toasted bread at that holy stance. Yeah, that's how you know. Because I don't think Vinard uses that very much. Good exchange to begin with. Vinard with that windmill cut manages to pursue and get the first point. We know Vinard loves that windmill. So toasted bread going for aggression there. He gets punished on that push. Vinard backed up just enough to where you could easily punish that. Vinard going with a windmill cut, but he gets punished that time. Those big cuts left him wide open. Zero with delay evens it out. Oh, man. Yeah, that's true. There's a double here. Both of them hyper-aggressive. Vinard with a well-timed stab. Vinard definitely proving he is a heavy hitter with Zera, for sure. He proved it in his first tourney, too. Toasted bread managing to back off just enough despite the trade and gets the point. Oh, both go for the same stab, and then Vinard spamming that cut. But none of them connect. It did, however, keep toasted bread at bay, so it still pretty much did its job. Big cut by Vinard. Does not end the fight, though. Toasted bread is able to reply with a cut of his own, making it 3-3. And Vinard's going with that high guard there, and he gets punished. Toasted bread was waiting for it, which I think is the right call. Again with the high guard. Interesting that Vinard would go for that again. I wonder what his plan is here. Oh, he just went for that cut. Wow, with the false edge, in fact, he manages to take toasted bread's hand off. That could have been really bad for both of them, in fact, though. That was very messy. Well, okay. I thought Vinard was going to get the hit there, but toasted bread just ignored that and hit him right back. Anyway, toasted bread with the first win. It's just laughing at what Eve said about the open palm strike. Yeah, no problem, Pekla. Alright, let's go. Vinard gets the left this time. Okay, Vinard is on the left here. Going with that windmill, but he gets... Oh, okay, I was going to say he got punished, but in fact, he won out in that trade. So that is Vineyard's point to start out. That was a really nice cut, though, in turn by Toasted. Okay, Vineyard with that high guard again. Unfortunately, for him, it does not connect, but the follow-up does. It leads to a trade, though. Okay, Vineyard's actually going for some aggression here. And it does, in fact, work. Using Toasted Bread's tricks against him. Both are using long guard. Thrust attempt by Vineyard, but Toasted Bread punishes it with a thrust of his own. Again, both are using long guard to match each other's stance. Toasted Bread going for some blade beats there. Doesn't get the kill, despite getting some blood. Oh, good stab by Toasted Bread. It does not kill. The follow-up does, though. He stuns his opponent, as that was a pretty devastating hit. Toasted Bread with high guard. He kind of got punished there on the reset. As he resetted, he was a little bit open, I think, to those cuts. So Vineyard manages to seize the advantage there. We got 3 points for both. Good stab by Toasted Bread. Toasted Bread needing one more point to win the whole match. Toasted Bread backing away as Vineyard does those big windmill cuts. He gets a cut there, but does not get a kill. Goes for a thrust, misses. He gets very close. They're both tired. They both miss. They're both trying to recover. Oh my goodness. Toasted Bread manages to come out on top of that. Oh my god. What a way to end the fight, guys. Oh, man. Okay, GG. I just get a kick out of Zera's tired swing, especially when they both did it. Oh, man. We caught that on the stream, so... Someone make a clip of that. That was amazing. Okay, so now we have Ilxus against Eve. Okay. Hang on. Pekola said he can play. Okay, let's... Hang on. I mean, Pekola, I already disqualified you. That's the issue, but... I guess what we can do is... hang on. Let's try and reset it. If I can't do that, that's tough luck, unfortunately. Alright. Would have been nice if you let me know earlier. Yeah, I overrided it. So we're all good. You can still play Pekola. That's all good. But for next time, just be aware that you're likely to just get disqualified, alright? It is in the rules, but I'm going to be nice here because I don't want to just advance in my own tourney. So, go ahead and join up. Yeah, I changed it, don't worry. So we're all good. Made it 0-0 so we can play. Perfect, he's in. I'm going to be quiet for this one since it's my first fight, and I like to stay focused when I'm fighting. Unless something really ridiculous happens, in which case you might hear me, but... I will get the left side to start out. Also, the thing is, Pekola, like, rarely gets to participate in tournaments, too, so I'd feel really bad if I just disqualified him over something like this, so... You know, it is what it is. Need a commentator. Yeah, that is the nice thing about having a second commentator, but oh well. Oh my goodness, good fight to start out. Thought I was screwed there, not gonna lie. Yep, the swords do plenty of commentating on their own, so I guess that'll have to do. Alright, Pekala, you get the left side now. Those new Zera tactics sure work, I'll say that. Really cool to see you using Zera in a different way from the way Vineyard and Toasted Bread use Zera, which is a more similar style between those two, whereas yours is very different. Oh, you somehow selected both? That's all good? There we go. Okay, good one. Gotta roll the dice now to see who wins. Even number means the guy on top, so that's me, will get the choice. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Okay. Okay, I get the choice. I will take the left side. Yeah, I've got a good guard, but the problem is figuring out how to close the distance. Pekola is doing a good job of keeping me at bay. I feel like the moment I initiate an attack, I'm putting myself in a lot of danger, so... Who knows? Pekola might actually win a champion title from this. That would be nice to see. I'm not gonna make it easy for him, though, if that does happen. Oh no. Good fight. God, your cuts kept catching my riposte, too. That was the problem, right? I felt like whenever I replied, you had an answer immediately, so that was really well done. Very good fight. Okay. So Pekola wins 2-1. Nicely done. And you have to fight Toasted Bread, so you gotta prove that you are the superior Zera. But first we'll do Ilxius against Eve. Yeah, very good fight. The other problem I was having was those stabs just get right past my neutral guard. So, anyway. I'm glad I got Pekola in. He hates the Zera mirror. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Yeah, thank you, Eve. Thank you. And thank you, Venator. I really enjoyed it, too. I just didn't have an answer for what Pekola was up to there. Like, Zera in really good hands is really terrifying to fight, so... He's a counter to Alex if you use him the way he was used there, for sure. I find you really gotta threaten Alex the whole time, the way Pekola was doing with me. Really make use of that reach. Toasted hates the mirror too. I'm sure he does. try again, Ilxus. I think I saw you trying to connect. In the meantime, I will sort the names out. Here we go. I might have kicked you by mistake when I was clicking on your name. But you're in now, so that doesn't matter. Alright, so Ilxus will take the left side. And let's get started. Yeah, that's another issue there. The way he's able to back away and keep me at bay. I might have a good guard, but the fact is I can't block everything he does, right? If I do nothing but block and he can't reply, he'll eventually get a blow through my guard, so... And also just that stab, right? Like, you saw me standing there trying to catch it, but... I gotta be ready with long guard is what I gotta do, but the problem is if I do that, he really likes cutting, so... It's dangerous all around, so I gotta figure something out for that. At some point. But either way, we got Ilxus and Eve. Eve has gone with Gideon, which is brave on his part. But so far, it's going well. He managed to win that trade. Betting butter. That is true. Oh, Eve delivering, giving Ilxus a taste of his own medicine there with that stab. He doesn't quite follow it up, though. I think Ilxus right now is the best at following that up. I think Morozov's pretty good at it, too. They trade there, but Eve actually comes out on top. Eve closing the distance for that upward cut, but he gets cut to pieces there on entry. Oh, good stab by Eve. There is no kill, though. That is a... It looked like a really nasty wound. He gets a second thrust in there, though. That connects. That actually might be Eve's... Oh my goodness, Ilxus with a grapple kill. That might be the key to Eve's victory, though, if he can make that thrust work. Upward cut there by Ilxus. Lands, but Eve also drew some blood there, so they're both hurt. Oh, Eve switching it up with that thrust, but unfortunately he gets cut, resulting in a double. There's a high potential for doubles in this matchup, I would say. Oh, Ilxus doing some feinting there. Definitely knows that character inside and out. I don't see Eve use Gideon a whole lot anymore, but he definitely knows what he's doing with him too. He has plenty of practice with that character. There he gets a stab, follows it up with a cut though. So this time he secures the kill right off the bat. Eve just needs one more. I think Gideon struggles to defend that thrust as well. Oh, stab to the face. Eve securing the first round, that is. Alright, just going to switch the names. Eve will take the left side now. Okay, they're both going with the same pick. Does not surprise me. I think it would be very ill-advised for Eve to switch, especially while having this advantage. Right, Eve going for that stab. He lands it, even gets a cut in the arm, but it doesn't quite kill Ilxus. However, Ilxus is tired. Those blows were devastating. Eve Oh my goodness, he whiffed on that lunge in, but thankfully that didn't matter. Ilxus was just really tired and badly hurt. Only Gideon could survive such attacks. Oh my goodness, a downward. It actually was a downward stab, interestingly enough, because of the way it landed. Ilxus getting a point. They're both using slashing weapons, but it seems like landing the stab is really the important thing, or at least using the stab to control your opponent, as we saw from Ilxus here. And their playstyles are pretty similar, I would say, especially because Eve right now is really trying to land that stab. Ilxus is ready for it now, I think, though. He's got that long guard. I'm not sure how reliable that long guard is against the stabs. Can't say I have much experience with that. Okay, it seems to work pretty well, which makes sense given where the blade's located. However, Eve was able to follow up that thrust, so it didn't quite matter. Oh, Eve with a stab there. He managed to beat the blade with it, too, which was interesting. Yeah, Gideon can quickly switch up the angle he stabs at, depending on... I think it depends on what foot's forward. Well, Eve landing a stab. He doesn't quite follow it up, but he backs away. It is dangerous to be in the pocket with another Gideon player, so that is an understandable move. I think he wants to pick his opponent apart. And Ilxus needs to figure out a way to deal some damage in turn. Oh, Eve switching up the angle, but he gets cut in the head. It was a very good try, but Ilxus was ready for him to try closing the distance. Blade beat by Eve, but unfortunately he can't really capitalize on it, so he backs away. Well, feint slash by Ilxus, he actually gets away with it despite that thrust attempt by Eve. Ooh, long guard by both. Ilxus with some relentless slashes, though, after that blade contact. Ilxus just needs one more. Oh, goodness, a double. Ilxus needing one more flag, and he'll win this round. Well, thrust attempt. Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness, they both land cuts. This is as intense as it gets. Unfortunately, Ilxus is tired. Eve is able to follow that up. And gets the kill there. All right. Hold on 1 second, guys. I gotta quickly do something. that, guys. I gotta roll the dice, I believe. And just to double check, Ilxus wants an even number. 1. That means Eve gets the choice. Eve, let me know. Oh, Ilxus says maybe he'll go with right since it worked. Yeah, so Eve has to give the choice. Eve wants the left side. Okay. I believe I do not have to change anything then. That's perfect. Okay. Go ahead. Is that a Zera? Oh, Marie? What is Eve doing? Eve is going for Zera. Okay. I know Pekla is really happy to see that. Eve was actually talking about this, how he's practiced a lot with Zera. And apparently he has some kind of game plan, so we'll see where that goes. Interesting choice against Ilxus. I'm not sure how this will pan out. Ilxus going for that quick stab. Eve was wide open there, unfortunately. Another stab by Ilxus. Zera seems to really struggle to block that stab. Many characters do, but Ilxus especially. But, sorry, Zera especially. Ilxus. Oh, no. Oh, no. Ilxus is just slaughtering Eve right now. Eve needs to figure out a way to keep him at bay. That was a good cut, though, by Eve. Eve is not out of this yet. Eve has to use the reach of his weapon to keep his opponent from landing those all-important cuts. Long guard by Ilxus. I think he's planning to land that stab. Oh, he just walked into his opponent, unfortunately, and he paid for it. Got too close. I hope Ilxus isn't running into some issues there. I don't think he is. He seems fine. Could have been a delay issue in that moment, or the distance just wasn't judged properly. But Ilxus definitely wanting that stab, or that lunge in this case, lunge cut. They both double. Okay, long guard by Ilxus. Eve actually closing the distance there. He doesn't do anything, though. Probably trying to throw his opponent off. Right, Ilxus has Eve backed against the fence there. But Eve actually gets away with that. Eve scoring a point. Eventually, Sarah wins. Yeah. Nice pun there. Wow, Eve is just using the max distance, the maximum range that Zera has. And it's managing to score on points, tying it up. Maybe choosing Zera was not a bad pick at all. He just had to get his rhythm. He goes for the grapple pommel strike. Eve lands it. Very well done. And Eve just needs one more. That sudden aggression with Zera works surprisingly well. Oh my goodness, Eve actually came out on top. I thought he was screwed in that exchange as Ilxus landed that big cut, but he managed to recover using his reach and those big, powerful cuts from Zera to win out. And Xander was not wrong with that pun. He won. Eventually, definitely fits what we saw here. Alright, Toasted Bread against Pekla now. And we do have a bronze match, Ilxus, so do not leave just yet. You're going to fight whoever loses in the semifinals here. Yeah, I thought, to be honest, Steve, I thought you really messed up too, but I knew you had some kind of plan with Zera, so I wasn't entirely sure, to be honest. But I just tend to think that Gideon has a solid edge in that matchup. Oh, you're not fighting just yet, Ilxus. You're fighting whoever loses. Yeah, yeah, no problem. We might see a Father Zera in the finals, you never know. Honestly, I don't know who to root for here. I'm rooting for both of them. I guess I'll root for Toasted Bread because he's a fellow Canadian, but I'd be happy if Pekola winning too. Okay, so Toasted Bread will get the left. Hello, Hunt Showdown. Welcome to the stream. I don't believe I've seen you before. Good to see new people popping in. Oh yes, and I gotta give Pekola a keyboard. There you go. Toasted gonna get this bread. As expected, people are mostly rooting for Toasted Bread so far. You're very welcome. Oh, you did? Okay, I don't recognize that name for some reason. Good to see you in the stream nonetheless. I guess I just haven't seen you on the Discord or something. I don't know. Anyway, Toasted Bread on the left, Pekola on the right. Cut exchange, downward slash by Toasted Bread manages to connect. Unfortunately, it was a very devastating blow as Pekola got tired. An Eevee fan. Yeah, okay, I remember those puns, yeah. Oh, intense exchange there, resulting in a double, predictably. No regard for defense there. They are both just going at it with those windmill cuts. Toasted Bread going for those long range upward cuts. Using low guard now. And then now back to neutral. Yeah, they're both taking their time. They're trying to figure out how to approach this. Toasted going with a good thrust, but it does not land. Good cut exchange. Toasted Bread wisely retreating. Doesn't want to be in the pocket too long if his initial attack fails. Another good exchange there. Some of the best longsword exchanges we've seen in this tournament. They both know their character well. Amazingly, nobody's been hit yet. Holy stance by Toasted, though, manages to secure the win. Oh, they both rush forward at the exact same time. Pekola managed to get the better end of that, though. Getting his first point. Oh, windmill cuts by Toasted. Gets him the point. Oh, Toasted Bread with some feinting as he backs away there. Well, Pekola just manages to tag him with that stab. It's actually a really deadly thrust. Very even fight, yep. Nobody really has a solid edge at this point. Windmill cuts. Toasted actually manages to tag Pekla there. I think Pekla thought he was safe, but he wasn't. Understandably so, by the way. Oh, Toasted Bread, I think he called out his bluff there for that charge, but unfortunately Pekla had time to sidestep and do his work. So Pekla getting a point there. Looked like Toasted did not expect that at all. He's backing away. I hope he's not lagging. Toasted, please do pause it if something's going wrong. Okay, it looks like you're lagging. I'm going to pause it here and make sure. Everything okay? Alright, he is still in, so that's good. His ping looks amazing. Big lag, okay. Pekla doesn't even know what happened, so I think it's Toasted Bread's end, which is rare. We'll just pause it for a little bit, and we'll see if it... Okay, it should be good now, exactly, yeah. So we're going to try now. Pause the game if it continues. Pekla, do back up a little bit, I think. Just back up a little bit so we can... Yeah. That way he's not up against the fence because of the lag. That's all good now. To be fair, being in the corner and whatnot can be an advantage, but if someone gets overconfident, but I prefer for people not to have to deal with that. Hopefully Toaster was not lagging there. He got sniped. Somebody pressed the Windows key there. That must be Pekla. You lost controls? I didn't do anything, so I don't know. Pekla, just stay back for a second. Let's let Toasted Bread test things out here. You can't do anything? You can do high guard, apparently. Try attacking. Like, obviously out of range and whatnot. Okay. You can't, apparently. So you can do holy stance and high guard, but you can't attack, apparently. That's really weird. Click on the screen. Yeah, that might be what's going on. Try clicking on the screen. Can you attack? Nope. Doesn't look like it. Alright, here's what we'll do. I'll pause it here. Oh, you're good. Okay. It just looked a little weird. Okay, Toasted is good. You guys can continue. Pekla, go ahead. Yeah, just making sure you're there. Yeah, I don't know what was up there. I can assure you I was not touching anything, so... Oh my goodness, those cuts are really dangerous, but they're both staying at a safe distance. Pekla's got to watch his stamina. He might have gotten tired there if he went through with that stab. Toasted Bread with the holy stance. Pekla trying to get ready to receive it. They both close in. They both hit each other. Oh, man. Pekla got tired right at the end there, which allowed Toasted Bread to easily finish that off. All right, switch sides. Toasted Bread needing one more to win. Cancelled the killing blow. Yep, Pekla beat me. I know that's... apparently that's shocking. I don't think it's that shocking, really, though. He's got a good plan with Zera and stuff, so... Though I guess lately in our private PvP matches, I have been winning a lot against him. But that's just because he was out of practice at the time. I think he's in practice now, so... He's back to how good he was before, I would say. If not better. Well, that was a good stab to start off by Toasted Bread. Yeah, it was scary in that last flag. Toasted Bread making really good use of his range. More or less doing. Okay, it was just the way you typed it. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I'm really happy to see him excel too, especially because I almost disqualified him because he didn't show up right away, and I did the tourney on this day specifically for him, so didn't want to see him get disqualified over that for sure, over not showing up in time, if I could avoid it. But as we speak, Pekola did get a point on the board here. Yeah. Okay, Pekola with another point. There was a really intense exchange the last round we did too. Well, high guard by Toasted, switches it up, tries to stab. They both get really dangerously close. And Toasted wins. Oh, Toasted with a grapple to finish it off. Well played. Very nice way to finish the fight there. They both like getting in the pocket now, so good play by Toasted to wait for the opportunity and get the grapple kill. But Pekola, you are not out yet. You do have a bronze match. So do not leave. We're going to do the bronze match right away, I think. Just get that over with. Ilxis is out as well, by the way, Maestro. So we actually have Eve against Toasted, and we might see a Zera finals. Because Eve was using Zera earlier a little bit. So that is exciting for sure. Tourney's been going really smoothly too, despite the waits we've had and some no-shows. So I'm really impressed with that. We haven't really had technical problems for a change. Usually there's always some kind of big technical problem at some point, but it's been really smooth. Well, obviously we had the lag that one time, but that's about it. Yes, we're going to start with the third place match. And Ilxis just recently got that senior master rank, so a bit of an upset that he didn't get to the finals, but these things happen. It's good. It's actually good to see the traditional heavy hitters are not getting to the finals like usual. And I'm really happy to see Toasted Bread once again in the finals against Eve. So Toasted Bread has a solid shot at becoming a champion. Definitely rooting for him. He's a fellow Canadian, so win this for Canada, Toasted. Counting on you. Ilxis disconnected. I'm not sure what happened there. Try joining again, Ilxis, if you can. Oh, you're trying. Okay. Hopefully, maybe I just didn't select it. Oh yeah, Bread just disconnected. Yeah, I thought he was in though. I don't have another link to try, I don't think, but you can try that. I guess I can stop sharing. That's what I'll do. I'll stop sharing. And that should be a different link. Let's try that again. Okay, try not to spam too much there, Hunt. It's all good. I know you're excited and whatnot, but just don't overdo it. That's all I ask. Alright, Ilxis apparently is having some issues connecting. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, you bet Eve is a menace for Zera, from what I saw. Okay, Ilxis is going to restart. We can skip over to the finals while we wait. But I'm willing to just wait a little bit and let Ilxis try joining again. We traditionally do the bronze match first, so. In the meantime, let's watch the clip that Eve sent on the Discord. Windmill cuts. He gets a cut there, but does not get a kill. Goes for a thrust, misses.
Yeah, just watch this.
They
both get
close.
really tired and somehow
they
miss.
both miss. They're both trying to recover.
That was just incredible.
Oh my goodness.
And
Windmill
Toasted
cuts.
managing to win
he gets
that
a
round
cut there, but does not get a kill. Goes for a thrust, misses. He gets
quite
very
the
close.
miss.
They're both tired.
Their blades even
both
clashed
miss.
a little bit.
They're both trying to recover. Oh my. Okay, Ilxis is not back just yet, but he did restart, so give him a little bit. Memes and fun stuff going on there too. Anime moment, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, very possible. Whispering some kind of, yeah, something epic, yeah. Okay, Ilxis, when you get back, I will. The link is right here. Imagine they're whispering some kind of prayer. Or an incantation. That would be funny. Oh yeah, next drink on me. Oh yeah, Pecola says that's what actually happened. Loser buys the next round. Alright, Ilxis is not back. Okay, never mind. Right as I said his name, here he comes. Awesome. Alright. Ilxis, you take the left side. Pecola should have keyboard. Yeah, we're all good. Pecola has a tough fight ahead of him here. But it should be a bit less stressful in the sense that it's for third place and not for the finals. But still, getting third place is really nice, so I have no doubt he's going to do his best to win. Yeah, Pekola's doing that same strat I think he was doing against me, which worked really well. To try and keep Ilxis at bay. We'll see if it actually works. So, to start off, they ended up doubling. Yeah, Pekola's maintaining his distance there. Ilxis actually got really close there with that one stab, but Pecola easily punished him for it. So it's actually really tough to approach his Zera, I found. But that's the challenge Ilxis will face. That was an interesting bind there as Ilxis tried to stab Pecola. But unfortunately for him, it resulted in a double. Oh, there Pecola was trying to use his range, but he was a little bit too close for that. Ilxis managing to snipe him. Wow, that was a really nice snipe there by Ilxis, taking that hand off. Sometimes the range of the saber is a bit deceptive, and that's what we're seeing playing out here. Interesting guard there by Ilksis. That's just because he's trying to guard his legs from those low cuts. And good kill there by Pekkala. It is 2-2. Notice that his sides are even too. It's 8-8. So it doesn't seem like Aside really had a distinct advantage this time around. Ilksis with a good thrust attempt. It ended up becoming a push cut, really. And it finishes him off with that cut despite being hit. Okay, Pekkala throwing some cuts out there. It manages to catch Ilksis there as he tries to close in. Does not get a kill, though. No, oh my goodness, nice exchange. No hits, though, for either fighter. Ilksis trying to snipe the leg there. He gets the stab. Somebody attempted the grapple. That was probably Pekkala, actually. Didn't end up working, but Pekkala manages to get a nice stab to the face. One of my favorite moves that I like to pull off back in the day with Isabella. That ox guard stab. Should probably use Isabella a bit more. I gotta... Just as a secondary main, I think Alexander's definitely my primary main at this point, but still good to know how to use her if I ever fight an annoying rapier wielder or something. Yeah, it's quite the fight so far. Well, Pekkala, oh man, he's tired. That's not good against that onslaught. If you're tired against Gideon in the pocket, that's just death. Especially if Zera. Well, Pekkala trying to get a stab in, but unfortunately Ilksis just sidesteps that really easily. All right. Good fights to both of you. Believe we switch it up now, don't we? Yeah. Good, my mind's not failing me. For some reason, I had a brain fart. Yes, Ilksis needs one more to win this. Oh, Ilksis trying that sidestep tactic again, but he gets tagged right in the arm. Pekkala's definitely proving that he deserves this spot in the bronze match. Oh, again with that sidestep cut. That's really lethal against Alexander as well. Ilksis trying to maintain that dominant position with his sidesteps. He tries to go right in for the cut. They trade, but Pekkala wins it. Well, thrust attempt by Ilksis. Pekkala manages to fend it off, but Ilksis just thrust right into the face right again. Two. All right, Pekola's getting a bit desperate here. He's changing up his game plan. He's trying to feint with those holy stance guards by the look of it. Definitely a really dangerous attack you got to watch out for, despite how stupid it looks. Pekola maintaining his distance there. Gets a leg cut and then a cut to the shoulder, finishing off his opponent. Ooh, big cut feint by Pekola there. I think he's trying to invite his opponent in a little bit. Pekola's not making the first big offensive move. In fact, Ilksus is trying to sidestep, goes for the stab. It does not land. I think the cross guard might have saved him. It saves him again, in fact. Pekola needs one more. It's funny, we were saying earlier that Zera struggles to block those thrusts, but Pekola has figured something out here. Well, Pekola feints with that big cut and manages to hit him right in the head. But unfortunately, Ilksus just skewered him, resulting in a double. Oh, Pekola with a quick stab. It does not kill, but it really messes up Ilksus' face there. Ilksus trying to do some mix-ups with those feints. Doesn't want to quite commit yet. But if his opponent gets too close, it will definitely land. And Pekola with a win there. Okay. Yeah, exactly. His face was just completely fucked up. And Pekola gets to pick the side. Pekola wants the left side. Okay, that makes things easy too, so. Go ahead. Yeah, definitely want Pekola to win this. We're seeing a very Zera-dominated meta at this point. So anyone who thinks Zera is not A tier, I think, is very wrong at this point. He definitely deserves his spot in that tier. I don't think he's S tier exactly, but in capable hands, he can fight on an S tier level easily. Well, oh my goodness, we got the grapple glitch. This happens way too much. Oh man. So they actually both got a flag from that, which is not supposed to happen. We can completely disregard that flag if you guys want. It's up to you. But Pekola definitely got the first point, if we do that. Or we can just give him two, whatever you guys want to do. I mean, they both got a point, so there's no advantage, right? So perfectly fair to just let it go. Potentially. Well, thrust there by Ilksus, it does not get the kill. And Ilksus gets another flag there. Yeah, let me know if you guys want to do like a sudden death type thing if you're both needing one flag or whatever. Oh, good exchange. Pekola using the reach of his weapon to tag Ilksus on the way out, though. I think Ilksus was wise to try and disengage. He just really couldn't pull it off. Really small cut by Pekola there, but it worked because he already damaged his opponent. Ooh, punch there by Ilksus, and he follows it up with an onslaught of cuts. It's a really close fight to end this off here. Well, Peckle is going with a low guard that's potentially really dangerous, but I think he's got a plan. Unfortunately, that plan failed. Ilksis managed to beat that blade as he cut him. Pekla feigning some aggression there, I think, but he's getting himself very tired, and Ilksis capitalizes with a stab. He doesn't quite get the kill, but he's able to really get Pekla on edge here. Ilksis probably just needs one more hit. Amazingly, Pekla manages to get the better end of that. They both need one flag if we're going to end it here. But I'm perfectly happy to give you both a flag if you want to, just because of that weird grapple glitch. But only if we reach some kind of consensus. I'm really indifferent. But yeah, this is to the wire, whatever we do. Oh my goodness, that thrust did not land thanks to Pekala's windmill. Pekala blocks that thrust, blocks another cut. However, Ilksis got really close, and so he can only block so many of those cuts before he got hit in the hand. Yeah, okay, so Pekala wants to do another, so we're going to give both of them a flag. What this so what this essentially means is Ilksis needs one more. And Pekala should need two. We're going to redo this. I shouldn't have backed out, but that's okay. Go ahead. Because Pekala was missing a flag, so there's one flag he didn't really deserve. And Ilksis will just need that one win. Still incredibly intense. Can go either way. Hello, Mummy. Nice to see you in the chat. Well, thrust by Ilksis. He does not finish it off, though. Ilksis really wanting that kill. Pekala's got to figure out a way to stop him from landing another one of those stabs. Oh, cut attempt by Ilksis, and he gets the dominant position. He's able to follow it right up. And that's a win for Ilksis, unfortunately. Ilksis has just won. Yep, good try. Ilksis won it no matter how you look at it. So, unfortunate grapple glitch, but it doesn't really matter. It was way at the beginning. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed this game. And happy Thanksgiving to you, Pekala. And now we've got the finals. We've got Eve against Toasted Bread. And Eve will take the left side. Toasted Bread is fighting for a champion title, whereas Eve is fighting for another win under his belt since he already has a champion title. I believe even if he wins this, he will not quite have enough for another title, but I might be wrong. I'll check his challenge wins if he does in fact win this one. Either way, the stakes are high because having another win on your belt is always nice, and obviously Toasted wants to be a champion, and he is champion material. So this will be intense. And it's good to see somebody besides Maestro Cake or Picado or Ilksis or me, in fact, in the final. So while I did lose pretty early, I'm not upset at all by how this tourney turned out. And I hope we get a chance to do something like this soon. like a Thursday tournament, a proper tournament, not like the USFC thing. Because I want to include those who can't, show up on weekends. Yeah, no problem, man. I'm sure as Christmas hits, too, people will have more time to do these things, so we might get a huge turnout again as we get into December. You never know. I'll also remind people that along with Fro's Tourney, we do, on the 27th of November, we do have a HEMA Invitational Tournament. That means nobody can sign up for it. The people who are attending have already been invited. But you can watch that, so be on the lookout for that on Sunday. It's run by Venator, and it's a lot of fun to watch these HEMA fights on and in a Hellish Quart. It's a different dynamic. Definitely a really high level of play, too. The highest level of play there is, so you'll really enjoy it. Anyway, they both went for Zera. We're seeing the Zera match people were asking for. And Eve takes the first point, actually, if that sidesteps Werchow. Rooting for Toasted Bread here, my fellow Canadian. Toasted with long guard there. He's not being reckless, but Eve is not the reckless type either, so they're both kind of maintaining their distance. Well, actually, Eve, I say that, but Eve went right for that big cut, charging in. And that scores him another point. Eve's going with that calm before the storm aggression that Toasted Bread likes so much. It is working. He's using his own trick against him. Toasted Bread was trying to reply in kind, but Eve was ready for it, I think. It's quite an upset, actually. Eve does not have anywhere near as much experience with Zera, and yet he's just dominating this fight. It goes to show how skilled he is as a player to be able to adopt a new character and use him at such a high level. He definitely has experience with Isabella, though, so some of the concepts do apply, just because, like the weapon's the same. Isabella's is just shorter, and obviously Zera uses it differently. Ooh, that duck and thrust by Eve. It does not land, though. Toasted Bread with a point. Long guard by Toasted Bread, maintaining his distance there. Eve trying to get that grapple again, I believe. It does not work. I expected Eve to actually go for a blade beat. He went for that holy stance, but Toasted Bread parried it using that windmill. Toasted Bread is not out of this yet. We might see the comeback of the century. Some feinting going on by Toasted. Toasted cannot be reckless as he could easily lose this round. Thrust attempt by both players resulting in a double. Perfect mirror there. Oh, there's the high guard cut by Toasted. Toasted with some windmills. Eve trying to sidestep and get a dominant position. Really nice exchange. Eve manages to cut him, though, right after that failed cut. And Eve has a round under his belt. Toasted Bread will get the left now. And Eve is sticking with his choice. He knows what works, even against a Zera main, so he's going to stick with Zera, at least for this round. We'll see how it goes. Toasted Bread with some cuts out of measure. I think he's trying to stop Eve from having any, from just rushing in like he was earlier. And Zara does have surprisingly quick cuts sometimes. Good upward cut by Toasted, snipes the wrist. Well, thrust attempt by Eve. It dips under the blade but doesn't quite land. Because Toasted maintains his distance there. Toasted with some cuts. Backs away when he sees Eve trying to... That's worked how he likes using and ends up hitting the leg. That was well done by Toasted. He saw that his position was a bit compromised, so he backed away. Eve, I think, was trying to grapple there, but he got punished. Toasted Bread is now dominating this round. So they seem to be pretty evenly matched. Toasted just had to kind of get a feel for his opponent. Oh, both used the Holy Stance, but Toasted canceled it, and that turned out to be the right call because his neutral guard set that thrust aside, giving him an easy opening. Toasted might get a flawless victory here. That was really epic, seeing that those two high guards clash. Or I should say Holy Stance. It's not really high guard as such. Ooh, windmill cuts by Eve gives him a point. Ooh, good clash of swords there. They both back off. Because they know how dangerous it is when you're in the pocket like that. Well, Eve was going for that sidestep and then duck into thrust. Goes for an Oxguard thrust, but all of them are out of measure. Eve has to watch his stamina. Ooh, that was a good attempt there, trying to snipe the arm with that sidestep cut. Oh, you bet. Toasted really loves that. He also tends to love Calm Before the Storm aggression, but I'm finding he doesn't really have an opportunity to use it as much because Eve has a similar game plan. So Toasted is playing a little bit differently, I think, from how he usually does, but it's working really well. Yeah, there you go. As you were saying, he's doing those Holy Stance baits. And the Holy Stance attack is not something you can just ignore, despite how silly it looks, so... Oh, nice trade there. Stab from Eve, but Toasted Bread got a cut to the head. Oh, Eve going for some aggression. He caught the blade. He tried to go for a grapple, but he caught the blade, and then Toasted just cut him and ripped it out. Nicely done. That was very unfortunate for Eve because his arm just held the blade there while he got cut. Very brutal. Oh, hang on. I should change the names. After we do the dice thing. One, that means Toasted will get the choice. Oh, no problem, Ezekiel. Said he wasn't able to show up, but, you know, it is what it is. Today wasn't his day. I think he was just having a bad day or something. You know, these things happen. I'll just reply to him quickly while Toasted figures out what side he wants. I'm guessing he's going to want the left side or something. Yeah, Toasted Bread, you get to pick the side. Okay, so Toasted Bread gets the left. Alright, he's typing, so hang on a sec. Oh, it's okay. I'm in the commentators chat. You can listen through that if you don't want to have the stream in the background. Anyway, Toasted wants the left, so we'll give him the left side and move on. It's down to the wire. Yeah, also I almost said Toasted. Zara has a really good backwards downward cut too. It's really fast. I think Eve's contemplating. He's contemplating whether to go with Gideon or to go with Zara. He ends up going with Zara. So we're going to see a Zara fight for the final round of the tourney. So that means we've had 4 different people play Zara in this tourney, and that's a tourney of 10 people. So I didn't actually expect that many Zara players, but it is nice to see nonetheless, to see another character get the spotlight for who hasn't had it for a while. Yeah, I was struggling to punish Piccolo when I was fighting him, so Piccolo's definitely figured something out with that too. Well, Toasted Bread with a good snipe to start it off. Will Toasted Bread win the champion title? Oh, again with the snipe. Eve was trying to go for that lethal sidestep attack, but it opened him right up. I think I see what Toasted's plan is. He's trying to snipe him and back off if the snipe doesn't work. And he's using that holy stance to force Eve to back off. Very nicely done so far. Another snipe, but unfortunately Eve manages to tag him as well, so that's a double. Bit of a weird double, but he definitely did hit him, so. Okay, Toasted Bread with an upward cut, taking the handoff. He likes those upward cuts now. They're working really well for him. Yeah, Toasted maintaining distance. Again, he backs off. As soon as he realizes something's going wrong, he's now backing away. And Eve's backing off now. Eve's a little flustered now, not knowing what to do, I don't think. Oh, he goes for the stab, but unfortunately, that left his head wide open, so they double. Yeah, Toasted again going with that sniping gameplay. A bit out of range there, but he doesn't want to close in too much, right? Oh, he went for that high guard slash. He threw it out really quickly. Toasted Bread is all the support right now, as expected. Actually, as I say that, Mummy wants Eve to win, so Eve has some fans in there too. Stabbed by Toasted Bread. Toasted Bread just needs one more point, and he is the champion. That means he gets a champion title. And Eve tried to get a quick grapple kill to at least get 1 point on the board, but he failed. It's funny, you'd think Eve is Toasted Bread right now with the way he's playing, but not quite. Toasted Bread tried the same thing. And he's going with that holy stance. That holy stance is really throwing Eve off, even if he doesn't actually throw an attack from there. Oh, Toasted trying to grapple to finish it. That was a big mistake, though. Eve managed to get a point on the board. You never know. I think Toasted wants that grapple kill, though. That is definitely in his playbook. He likes getting a grapple kill at the end. Eve, with that holy stance, Toasted deflecting him with his Oxguard stab, and he can't recover. So Eve getting another point. Eve might make a comeback. Eve with an Oxguard stab does not connect. Toasted does not punish it either. Good exchange to start out. That is true. He's very greedy with those grabs. That might be his downfall. Eve with a stab from Oxguard slips over his guard. Eve just needs 2 more. It's not that much ground to make. Eve going in. Oh, he gets a push, actually. He doesn't go for the grapple. And it works out. He needs 1 more. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, Toasted has to be very careful here now. Both need 1 flag. Come on, Toasted. Just be patient. In fact, they're both just out of range here. They're kind of poking and prodding, but they're not actually going for a kill shot at this point. But Toasted is striking his blade a bit, trying to make him unsettled a little bit. Oh, Toasted went for a stab, but it did not work. I think he got a little bit impatient there. He wanted that quick kill. But Eve managed to secure the kill. Still, that was a fantastic fight. Unfortunately, Toasted did not win the champion title. But that win was very well deserved by Eve. I almost gave Toasted Bread 0. No, he won a match. A round. And I might as well end the tournament here since we've done all the matches. So that was the tournament, guys. Thank you for coming out. It was a joy to watch, and it went really smoothly, too. Only just over 2 hours. 2 hours, 15 minutes, in fact. So despite the slight technical problems we had on occasion and some of the no-shows with the 5-minute wait, it really wasn't bad at the end of the day. This might be the smoothest tourney I've done, actually, because of that. Very good fights indeed. Just be sure to check out the other events we've got going on. I almost forgot about Vineyard's event. We do have USFC Duels tomorrow. Anybody's welcome to join that. We'll be streaming that live as well. There'll be Vineyard actually streaming that. And obviously, Fro Fencer's got his tourney on December 3rd. And there's that HEMA Invitational this weekend that you can watch as well. And I'll see you guys next time.